Hello and welcome to my review on Alan Wake. I've got a lot to say about this game. First off, I fucking love the story. The story is actually one of my favorite stories ever told in video games, and it's just so good. It's told in this epic, like episodic format that's like pretty good. It's like really fun. It's like a TV show. It has that cool campiness, budget horror movie feel, and it's great. The story that is. And there's some stuff I didn't like the combat fucking sucks balls. I hated the combat. The combat can go suck a fucking fat one. You wanna know why? Because it has some cool concepts, like the whole thing about like holding a light at an enemy to like where they're like darkness down, and then you can like they become vulnerable and you can shoot them, but it does not execute it well. You do get quite a lot of weapons. Like you get a hunting rifle, a regular shotgun, a double barrel shotgun. You get a regular revolver. You get a better uh, flashlight. You get flares and you get a flashbang and a flare gun. But all of that is introduced within the first 30% of the game. So the rest of the 70% of the game is just pitiful fucking gameplay sections, and it's so tedious and boring, especially boring. And most of the time it is a run and gun, which was not fun. Like you would have like the story is so good, and I love the cutscenes and everything. But the thing is, you would have to play like 40 minutes of gameplay sometimes, and it has a dodge button, but the dodge button sucks ass. It is not well implemented at all. It is piss poor at best, and it doesn't also help that the layout of the levels are really bad. Like objects can get possessed in this game. That's not fun at all. Kinda. That's not fun because you have to like sit there for like 30 minutes and just fucking shine your flashlight at them because it takes that long. And then it's also not well done because there's like all the main enemy types are like your regular old like enemy types. There's got one and they're like super fast. You've got like the small and skinny ones, and then you've got like the big fucking guys, and then you've got like the regular guys. But you wanna know what's the worst thing about it? The way that it is presented. The amount of times of bullshit sections are in this game. Every time you die, you're like, oh, well, that wasn't my fault, or I died to a skill issue. I died because this game has some of the worst combat ever. Um, like, it'll literally be like, it'll just be like, you'll, oh, and it does so many missions where it's like, hold, hold them off until blah 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 does this, and it's so tedious and annoying. Like there's one where Barry and he's like sitting opening the gate, and they put like two heavies in there, and like a bunch of other guys. And the thing is, it wouldn't even be that bad, but the regular enemies can throw like axes and hammers, and my god, Tom Brady couldn't fucking throw a better axe than those. It's literally just like aimbot. They just fucking pelt it at your head all the time. It's nothing but just a massive pain. There's also crows who are pitifully bad enemies. You can't even dodge them really. You kind of just sit there, you get hit, and then you like flash your light and they fly off. The boss fights are pitifully bad too. It's atrocious. But I can't stop talking about how much I fucking love the story. The story is great. Even though I do think at the end it's kind of forced what they did, I think Alan Wake's a pretty cool character. In the first half of the game, his voice acting is fucking it's so bland. like it's just he's so flat with it. But the more it goes on, the more passion he shows, and it's kind of meant to be like, oh well, he's becoming a better person over time with the game, and I love that. I love the character development. I just love the characters in general and how they were like stereotypes kind of like Barry. Fucking he's like the cool agent who like talks a lot and he's like very energetic and rushed. There is uh there's like this like FBI agent who's like the actual fucking Giga Chad. He's that like FBI agent who like belittles you and calls you like just random ass names. Like he'll since Alan Wake like the main thing with is him being a writer that comes in a lot throughout the game. But it's so funny because he'll just like call you like Stephen King and shit like that cracks me up. And he's also like shoot now, ask questions later type of cop, and it's just very funny. And I really like all the characters and how they're like more like stereotypical in a horror movie like is I guess like your average horror movie stereotypes, and it's so much fun. Like there's these two rock stars I think they are, and they're like two twins, and I think they're like gods, uh, like Greek no, is it Greek or North gods? And it's like one of them thinks it's like Thor. It's just fun. It's just good old fun. Oh, but yeah, the gameplay sections are pitiful at best. The and I wouldn't have such a big problem. Oh, and like you also drive cars in this game. That's fucking rough to be honest. Driving cars in this game, it actually controls like a fucking piece of dirty fucking slimy meat. Like it just fucking slops all over the floor. It's just a pain driving the cars in this game. It is pretty fun whenever you run over enemies, even though they are like fucking tanks, and you'll run over like the weakest character in the game, and you'll think you'll fucking run over I don't know a fucking boulder. But I love this game. I do think it has its problems, but I love just the charm of it in general. But it's getting a 7 out of 10. I just can't look past that stuff. It's one of my, I would say it's probably one of my favorite games. Like, like story wise, it's probably my favorite. Well, not favorite ever, one of my favorites. But man, I just can't look over how bad the gameplay sections is and just how long they are too. And this game is a pretty hefty game. It's like 8 hours or something it took me. But anyway, if you like this review, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.